We are learning the lesson compound interest, and today we will be seeing how to find compound interest when the time is given as a fraction. Find the compound interest for 2.5 years on rupees 10,000 lent at 5% per annum, taking it annually. So the first thing we have to find is the interest for first year. Interest for first year. The principal amount is given in the question, that is rupees 10,000. Time is 1 year. We take time as 1 year because we have to find the interest for individual year. Rate is 5% per annum. Interest, the formula to find interest is principal into time into rate by 100. So the principal given in the question, that's the initial principal, is rupees 10,000 into time is 1 year into rate is 5% by 100. And when you calculate this, you will get the answer as rupees 500. I hope you have understood till here. We have just now found the interest for first year. What is the next thing we have to find? We have to find amount, and you know that the formula to find amount is principal plus interest. Principal we already know, that's the initial principal which is given in the question, right? The principal that we use to find the interest for the first year. So principal is rupees 10,000 plus the interest that we just found. The interest is rupees 500. And when we add these two, principal plus interest, we will get the amount value. The amount is equal to rupees 10,000 plus 500. That would be 10,500 rupees. So the amount that we have found, the amount at the end of the first year is rupees 10,500. Now what do we have to find? The next step is to find the interest for the second year. Now remember that the amount of first year will be the principal for the second year. So the principal for the second year is rupees 10,500. Time is taken as 1 year because we are finding for each and every year. Rate is same as 5%. The formula to find interest is principal into time into rate by 100. Now the new principal here, because we are finding it for the second year, the principal is 10,500 rupees, time is 1 year, and rate is 5% per annum divided by 100. So when you calculate this and simplify it, you will get the answer as rupees, I hope you're doing it as you are going through it, you will find the answer as rupees 525. So 525 is what? It is the interest for second year. Now we have to find the amount at the end of the second year. How do we find? Principal plus interest. Now the principal for the second year, right? The principal amount of the second year is rupees 10,500. We will add these two, principal plus interest. Principal is 10,500 rupees plus the interest that we just found. Interest for second year is rupees 525. And when you add this 10,500 plus 525, how much will you get? You will get it as rupees 11,025. So the amount at the end of the second year is rupees 11,025. Now you remember, if you go back to the question, you will see that you have to find for 2.5 years. Now we are left with half year. Interest for last half year. Interest for last half year. Now you remember that the amount of the second year, the amount at the end of second year will be the principal for the next session. Now in this question it is the last half year, so the principal is 11,025, right? The amount at the end of the second year will be the principal for the rest of the year. Principal is 11,025, time is half. Okay, we can calculate it even this way. 1 by 2, 2 can be written as denominator. So 11,025 into 1 into 5 divided by 100 into 2. And when you calculate it, when you simplify it further, you will get the answer as rupees 55,125 by 200. Okay, we are simplifying it further. 55,125 divided by 12. Now when we simplify it more further, we will get the interest for the last half year as rupees 27,562.5 divided by 100. Okay, so we have still got it as fraction, but we do not keep the interest as fraction. We will divide it by 100, and so the answer that you will be getting is rupees 275.625. So what we are going to do is we can also write the answer as 2 decimal places, right? So we can write it as rupees 275.63. I hope you understand this rule in maths. If the following or the next number is 5 or above, we add one number to the previous value. So approximately we get the interest for the rest half year as 275 rupees and 63 paise. We have to calculate the amount now. So the formula to find amount is principal plus interest. Principal plus interest. And the principal that we have is rupees 11,025. 11,025. That is the principal. And the interest that we just found now is rupees 275 and 63 paise. Right, so the amount will be equal to the principal plus interest, that is rupees 11,025 plus rupees 275 and 63 paise. And when you add this up, you will get the value for the amount. Okay, so let us add it up. And so the amount is equal to rupees 11,363 paise. So we get the amount as 11,363 paise. So that is the amount that we have calculated at the end of 2.5 years. Okay, that is the amount. Now required compound interest is equal to amount minus principal. right? Required compound interest, the formula is amount minus principal. The amount that we just found at the end of 2.5 years is 11,363 paise. So we will subtract it with the initial principal. Okay, the principal amount, the principal value that we had in the beginning, the amount that we just found now at the end of 2.5 years, right? That is 11,363 paise minus the principal, the initial principal. The initial principal that's given in the question is rupees 10,000. So when you subtract this 11,363 paise minus 10,000, we will get the compound interest as rupees 1,363 paise. So this is the compound interest for 2.5 years, rupees 1,363 paise. I hope you have understood it. You can just go back and see through it again and again so that you can understand it much better. Now remember that this 10,000 rupees is the initial principal. Okay, the initial principal that is given in the beginning, okay, in the question. So 10,000 is the initial principal, and using that we have found the compound interest. So you need to practice. That is what I say again and again. Practice and you can do maths much better. There is a homework that I have given you. Solve this homework. Try to do it by yourself. Find the compound interest for 2.5 years on rupees 5,000 lent at 4% per annum, calculated annually.